rising, Venus, North Node. This is definitely will be for North Node, which deals with your soul's journey and your soul's path here. So the overall energy that I do have for you is the Temperance, which is my Sagittarius, which is very peaceful energy. Okay, this is after you've detoxed yourself from the negative energy. So it's upright. And it does have the Five of Wands in reverse as well. So you detoxed yourself from all that combustion. Okay? That's really good to see. So overall energy here, we have spiritual path and own your divine power. All right, so, and this is a love reading, so you know this is about a divine connection or a purposeful connection, because soulmates can also be a huge purpose in your life. It doesn't just have to be, you know, those other connections. Okay, it can actually be a soulmate, can have a really, really important purpose in your life. But this is what it's leading you to. And also, the shadow energy is passion and purpose. Okay, this is like Wheel of Fortune energy. This is like destiny. Like this, it almost seems like somebody that you come into contact with as well helps you expand your business or helps you expand your vision or where you want to. They help you. Okay, so it's crazy, Sagittarius, but the romantic energy that you are in is the King of Pentacles. All right, that is the called, you know, of Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and you know who I feel like you're in this energy from? Saturn. Saturn taught us how to be more grounded. It taught us how to try to be more dedicated to something and manifest. Okay, these are the tests that we went through. The karmic lessons has put us at a very still, stable, slow approach. It's told us how to slow down a little bit, how to analyze things, how to get perceptions from different directions. It has taught us this, and now we are very humble. It humbled us, and it's crazy, but the energy on the outside of you romantically is the King of Wands. So some of you, it could be another fire sign or even Sagittarius energy, but because this is the card of Taurus as well. I don't know if I said that specifically Taurus, but doesn't have to be. But this is a visionary person, and it's crazy, but it looks like they're looking at you and you're focused on your finances, because a lot of Sagittarius is we're more career, job, life purpose right now. We haven't detached ourselves from love, but what we found out is the more that we focus on our own things that we have going on, the more that we're attracting whomever this energy is. And guess what? It's another king. And that's crazy, because in my friendship reading, friend turned lover reading, this is the same type of energy that I got. I got the King of Wands with the King of Pentacles, and I already told, like, you know, this is having to negotiate. Okay, this is, and as much as it seems like this would be compatible with you because you are a fire sign, you look at things differently now. You still have that spunk in you, you still have that spark, and you still are a visionary, but you've incorporated the practical ways, the realistic. You've gotten so grounded and responsible. Okay, and the person that's coming to you is almost going to remind you of your old self, but in its higher form. Okay, but this could be a big contribution if it definitely has to do with money and business. You guys really working together here, but it looks like this person is looking at you and you're just looking forward here. So let's see. But it is earth and fire in the elements. What fire signs do for earth signs, if you do have an earth sign coming in, or just elemental wise, what it does is you have the ideals, and earth grounds the ideals. So somebody may have an ideal and you may know how to manage that ideal, so you guys can create something together. You're going to create something beautiful because it has to deal with your soul's purpose and your spiritual path. So if you've been like, oh my God, what is my point of being here? What is my spiritual purpose? This partner is really going to be an importance to you. And it's like, where have you been this whole time? This is why I can't, completely understand my path. And, you help contribute to each other. Somebody has the ideals, another person has the plans. Okay, and that's how the relationship would work as well. You both put your pointers in, somebody grounds them, you put, you know, your opinions out. So that looks like that's how it be, because I do have the Temperance, and that's kind of dealing with two things that just don't 100% mesh, and kind of balancing them out and compromising the energy, okay? To create peace, to keep it peaceful. These are two mature cards right here, so two mature individuals, so I don't feel like that's going to be a hard thing. Like, I feel there are going to be differences of opinions, but they're going to be resolved really quick. Everybody is going to put out what they feel, but it's not going to make you leave that person. It's not going to make you want to step away from them. You're mature. You're both mature. You know that everything is not going to be just like you. And Sagittarius don't like a spitting image of them. Okay? They don't like the exact same thing, because Sagittarius is about expansion. So this is why they tend to get bored if a person can't even expand their mind. If they can't think beyond the norm. You know, they get bored and then they go the other direction. All right, so let's see what energy you are at. We have you at the Seven of Cups. All right. So success-wise, it could be you have a lot of things, or you very goal-oriented at this time here. But since this is love, you may have a lot of options out there, but I feel like you're looking at these cups like, which cup is going to lead me to my spiritual path? Which is my divine cup? You know, and that's how you're looking at it. You know, I see that, I know they like me, and I kind of like them, they're cute, but yeah, beyond that. King of Pentacles, beyond all that, where is my forever foundation? Where is my success? Where is my placement? Where am I finally going to be comfortable to where I don't have to hop, skip, and jump from one person to another? I'm done with my lessons. Where is my blessing? Okay? Where the universe is wanting you to be is there's something that there's one more thing. There's one more thought. There's one more detachment. Okay? There's one more thing that has to be cleansed, but it's coming out, whatever it is, just one more thought. Some of you, you're clinging on to this ex, an ex or something, or a possibility. And something has to be eliminated. Something has to be eliminated. For some of you, it is a forgiveness thing, because we do have, you know, the divine partnerships here. But like I said, soulmates come into play for some people too. It's not just, yeah. So, and this goes in that's crazy. I said mirror reflection, because I said this person comes in as you, and you come in as them, which is crazy. You come in as organized. You come in as having your stuff together. You come in as thinking first, acting later. Guess how they come in? The total opposite. They come in as the old you. Okay, there is a purpose for this person. Okay, there may be a couple difficulties with this person. At first, like I said, I do have the Five of Wands energy, but it doesn't look like it's going to be handled negatively. Okay, it really doesn't. Things will be easily resolved, but I do have pointing fingers. The blame game. So some of you may already know this person. Then others of you, when you come into them, you know, it's just certain things that's going to like irritate you. Some of you are not going to realize that was you. Tables are turning. It is not a bad situation. It's just showing you something. Now you get to teach what you were taught. It's crazy. But it's a point to this. There is a strong purpose. Okay, so the challenge is your happiness, your fulfillment. Independently, you're getting it together, even if you don't have it all. You're getting to the level where you could be open for commitment, and you can make the other person feel safe, and you guys feel safe as a unit. Look what has happened in the past. Look who pops up, the King of Wands. So some of you already know this person. You've already connected with them, became engaged with this person. And some of you, this is just you becoming spiritually acknowledged growth here. Okay, spiritual growth here. So the root of this is ending one situation and being open for something else. But there's still some reflection. There's still reflection on what has happened. For some of you, the situation possibly between this person, if they are not new, if they are not new, there was some drainage mentally. Okay. Short communication, no communication. Like I said, I do have the blame game, so this could be somebody feeling defeated with the whole situation, and you guys are going to come back, you're going to negotiate and compromise. Others of you, this is totally something new, but you're still reflecting on something that you haven't let end. Like I'm telling you, a lot of you haven't let something end completely. Just because you're not talking to that person, just because you're not connected to that person, you're not on the phone with them, it doesn't mean that you're totally detached from them. Get it out of your mind. Get it out of your energy. Because what's happening is you're using your mental energy to focus on something that is over, that you're trying to drag to the future, and they have something else lined up for you, for those of you who, you're coming into something new. So what comes in? Look, we have the Hierophant in reverse, and I just feel like there's a challenge between you and this person. Challenges. The challenge is for you guys to spiritually get on the same thing. And it's just so crazy. This will be physical attraction too. So just so you know, it will be somebody, it's not just mental, it's physical. Okay? I'm telling you, I have maturity. Maturity is the challenge. How fast can you get over something? Somebody is very slow to love, and now I feel like that's you, Sagittarius. It's just like it's going to be, and it's not like an old you, like the bad you or anything like that. It's just like the way that you used to do things, they do them that way. Okay? Alright? So, long term, if we can't seem to cooperate with this person, because like I say, these are two strong, dominant energies. Compromise is going to be the biggest challenge, but it's upright, so it can be done. Okay? You're more in Taurus energy. And then you're at the Seven of Cups, which means you may skip over this person, or you may feel like they're not it. And so how we end this, we have the Six of Swords in reverse, which means problem resolution. Problem resolution is the issue. Pointing out the problem and not pointing at each other and coming to, an agreement. And it's not, like one person's not going to have their way. And that's what I feel like the lesson will be between you guys this month, or whenever this happens for you, is it can't go individually your way. This is something that you have to share. This is a union. Okay? Alright? And if you all want to go the other way, there's still somebody else. But how to get over the challenge, there's still somebody else for you guys. Okay? I'm telling you, Sagittarius are really lucky in love right now. If they want to go from one person to the next, and they may have to turn around and come back to that person, and that's what it is. But there's still more potential out there. We have an Ace of Wands. And if you go, even if you go in another way, you have the Star card for what's outside the door. Because what it's going to be is, it's your satisfaction. The both of you are we going to be satisfied with this? So somebody is going to skip this union and go to something else, and it's possible. Okay? I am not a reader that tells you, or I'm not going to tell you, that you have to specifically be with one person on a spiritual path or a journey. No, they're just different. You can go in different paths. It's just they're going to take you different ways, But there's still options outside the gate. It's not the end of the world. And for some of you, you may be holding on to this, and you realize that we just can't compromise. We just can't come to an agreement. And that's what it is. Some of you whip back around and come to this person later when somebody has learned, how somebody just needs to learn some more. All right? So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you. Have a good one.